Hey everyone, it's Lyrics. Today I want to walk you through my process for the C52 Drawing Challenge. I am on week 4 right now, and the assignment is to draw slice forms in perspective. I want to show you exactly how I approach this. First things first, I created a perspective grid. You can easily find this online. There are websites where you just select 1-point, 2-point, or 3-point perspective, and it generates the grid for you. After setting up the grid, I drew the boxes. Why? Because I'm still a beginner artist, and I know that at this stage it's crucial to truly understand the form and how it's constructed. Since these shapes are going to be carved out these boxes, I drew every single edge. This way I can clearly see the front, the back and the sides to understand exactly where the cuts will go. I drew all these boxes in perspective. Then I lowered the opacity just a bit so they wouldn't be too visually distracting. After that I started cutting. Let me check, yeah. Everything's here. I started slicing out these specific shapes. You can see here how I first established this side contour. I cut from the side and then simply extended the form along the perspective lines. I'm doing a quick example right now to show you how it works. If you notice, this page is mostly filled with sci-fi style forms. It's still work in progress. I'll finish and I publish the final result later. You can see the futuristic vibe with some straighter lines, curves, and so on. In the beginning, I relied a lot of references. I opened Pinterest. Let me show you. Here is. I got a ton of reference to really understand how these forms are structured. These are specific cuts and purely sci-fi themed. Then there are these elements with roughly 45-degree angles, various curves, and so on. I studied how things bend here, or how there's a panel here with the inner cut. I was basically learning the mechanics of how to draw this. Then there's this aspect, an object with another object attached to the top. I collected a massive amount of reference, but for this example I'm using basic forms. Actually, I drew this one. I took basic shapes and just sliced them. I did this a lot during week 2 and now again in week 4. By now I've more or less memorized how to do it, so I'm not relying on references as much. If I'm lacking inspiration, I'll just open a reference image, but right now I'm mostly drawing these forms from my head. Let me show you how. Say we have a box and we want to create a shape like this. There's a cut here, then a curve, and let's do this. We have our box. I start picking up the contour, maybe a side profile or a front profile. Let's say I take the front contour and then extend it along the perspective lines. The perspective lines are already marked here. It's 2 points perspective. The blue lines go to the left vanishing point and the yellow lines go to the right. So if I'm extending a shape from the left to right, I follow the blue lines, and I'm going to right to left, I follow the yellow ones. Let's try this. I just take this shape, draw the contour. Now I'm doing this entirely from my head. Let's say I slice it here, then curve it like this and like this. Yeah, there we go. The main contour is done. What's next? I need to translate this front contour to the back of the box so it's visible from the both sides. To do this, you need to understand that there are specific intersection points. Take this box, for instance. I'm carving the shapes out of it. How do I extend these lines? I look at where my cut intersects with the edges of the box. A box has 4 main edges here. I check where the lines touches the edge, here, 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 and here. They're my anchor points or cut points. I start from one of these points. Now I need to draw along the perspective line. Let's say I shift slightly to the right, just because it's more comfortable for me to draw. I take this point and start drawing. Since I'm doing from the right to left, I follow the blue line. If I'm going top to bottom or bottom to top, well, just I follow perspective. Yeah, and I just take the line and follow the perspective. And here's a crucial tip: when you draw, always draw all of the edges, front, back, top, sides. Make sure you can see the wireframe. Never just draw a solid cube like this. Even if I'm roughly hitting this perspective, I won't know exactly where the back cut should be unless I see the full structure. That's why I draw the complete form. I draw the front, the back, left, and the right faces, so I know exactly how the cuts will look from every angle. Always draw your forms with all edges visible. Then I go to the top and follow the perspective all the way to the end of that edge. Now I connect them. Boom. I'll erase a few lines and we already have a sliced form. Yeah. Next, I take the second point and start slicing the second shape. There is a form. Then I connected these two sections. I first establish the anchor points at the bottom edges to create the base of the form. I messed up a perspective slightly here, but it's fine. I always try to build the base first, then eyeball the rest. I see it follows the blue line, so I just draw it in. I just eyeball the length and the shape, and the form is done. What next? I start carving out the more. Let's keep it that sci-fi style. I carve this out and now I don't need these lines anymore, so I erase it. I build the structure first, then clean up the lines, and then you have it, a nice carve out form. Now I add some extra details. It's up to your personal tastes. Let's say I don't like this line, so I flip it. Yeah, I'll add something like this. I'll check the lines, maybe add a little detail here or there. Let's invent something cool. An inner panel maybe, yeah. Let's add a bit more sci-fi flair. I'll erase this and do something like this. Maybe add some tubes or pipes, something along these lines. I'm doing all this by eye, of course, it's purely practice. I'm adding these little details following the perspective, and that's it. There you go, we just carve out a form together. If complex shapes are too hard right now, start with simpler things. Just draw a basic cube, then slice it like this. Say I cut off a shape, then I take that contour and connect it to other side along the perspective lines. Just follow the perspective, connect the dots. I'm doing this roughly with mistakes just to show you the process. We need to zoom in a bit, just like that, and you can add more cuts. It's really that simple. First you draw the contour of a part, then you add the details. Boom. It's just a few seconds, we turn a basic shape into a sci-fi element. So my advice is practice. Just draw every single day. Practice, do it often. At the beginning stage, your goal is volume. Draw as much as possible. Don't chase perfection right now. Look at my drawing. It's full of mistakes, but I'm doing it. Why do I push myself to draw so much? Because I want to train my brain and my hands to reach muscle memory. I want to automatically understand perspective, how to draw cuts, how to draw curves. Practice is the absolute best method. The more you draw, the faster you absorb the material. So my advice: just draw, 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 draw. Let it be slow but steady rather than rushing through things just to move on the next piece. Draw more of this basic form. Draw more cubes, cylinders, and sphere. That's the most important thing. The more cubes, cylinders, and sphere you draw, the better you understand how to draw complex forms. Because ultimately, all drawing is just combining these simple forms. The more time you spend drawing the simple forms, the faster and better you'll master these fundamentals. Yeah, it could be boring, and though at first, but trust me, it's the foundation. Perspective, basic forms, constructions. This is the absolute core. If you don't learn this, you won't be able to progress. What's other advice can I give? Treat drawing as a dedication. Set aside time and try to do it every day. You don't become a professional because you have a magical talent. You become professional through dedication and daily practice. Whenever it's an hour, half an hour, 2, 3, or even 5 hours, the most important thing is consistency. Why am I doing that? What am I doing? Because I constantly push myself to draw, share. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be posting more videos soon. I'm currently at the start of the C52 Drawing Challenge at the week 4. I want to finish all the sci-fi forms and then I move on to other shapes. Let me show you a quick preview of what I've already drawn. I have some simple forms here and that I haven't quite finished yet, but I completed them and post them too. So yeah guys, everything is awesome. Thank you for watching. Just push yourself, keep moving forward, and everything will work out.